Howdy folks, welcome to Maverick Gunworks channel. Today we're going to have to break down, I hate it, but you know, it's one of those things, of all things, Magnum Research Desert Eagle, and this one in 50 AE caliber. Man, this is a house right here. I tell you what, I got to thank our buddy James for letting us borrow this thing. It's I mean, this is a hunk of a gun right here. I want to just right quick before we even go any further, I want to give you a sample of something to compare it to. We have right here an FNX 45. This is a full-size 45 ACP handgun. Holds 15 rounds. You can see that's a good handful for even a fellow with fairly good sized hands here. But we want to compare that to the 50 AE. You look one beside each other, it kind of dwarfs the 45. Just look at that hunk thing. I mean, this thing is awesome, man. All right, let's spin it around, show you, compare this angle. You can see obvious difference in a full-size 45 ACP and a 50 caliber Desert Eagle firearm. And the weight also represents that too. It's a fairly heavy gun, but because it is heavy, I don't think the recoil is going to be bad at all. I've not shot the gun yet, guys, so we're gonna experiment with that here in a little bit and see how that turns out. And just too, while I'm on that subject, I'm going to show you, just compare some ammo here. This is your 45 ACP. There you go, defense ammo. And here is the 50 AE cartridge. This is a 300 grain bullet. Okay, versus, I don't know what that is, 185 or maybe 200 grain. So, just awesome gun. So we're going to put this thing to its test here a little bit and shoot it, see if we can capture the bullet maybe. But first let's take it apart and show you how it works. Alrighty, so we have stainless steel frame, satin finish. Our magazine's out of it. We'll pull our bolt back. You can see the gun is empty. I can lock it back here. And this has a rotating bolt, very similar to the way an AR-15 works. You see the locking lugs on the bolt head, and it rotates slightly when it goes into the chamber. You have very similar chamber as what the AR-15 would have also, where the gun locks up solid. And to be able to take this gun down and clean it, what we're going to do is we have a takedown lever here, button here that disengages that lever. Push this button in, right? Rotate the lock so that the lever is disengaged. Right? And we're going to move the bolt back, and now the whole barrel just disengages from the bottom. Okay? You've got the locking lugs from the barrel itself have come off. And all we have to do is pull the slide forward. The whole slide has tracks built in here, and it rides on the track along the firearm. Really easy to take apart there. Have easy open access to all of the contact points where you might want to clean and lubricate when you're done. All right, and pay attention to how the spring assembly falls out here. You got a double recoil spring, a little pin here that holds it in, and now you've got your slide and bolt assembly field stripped. Be able to have easy access to be able to clean it, lubricate it, and put it back together. And in your barrel also, you have a barrel right here in your hand, easily accessible to be able to clean it with some solvent. Run a patch through it, follow that up to clean out the solvent with a dry patch, and then maybe lightly oil it so that you have everything protected going forward. Okay. And we're going to stick it back together right quick and just show you how simple it is. We put our guide pin here, make sure that our recoil springs with the tab is facing down, fits into a slot in the bottom of the slide. Okay, so that fits, gets it just right. And you can see I'm out here in the field here on the table, so we're not in a lab setting kind of thing, or on a bench top in the shop. So we're making do what we have. We line up our slide with our frame, get our recoil springs and guide rods in line. Okay, they drop right back in. Now we're going to place our barrel on the guide also. Let it slide right back into its slot. Okay, here we go. Drop that back into place. Here we go. We'll flip our lever over. I don't know if I got it just right here. Oh. Okay, that snaps in place. And by golly, the thing's ready to go back together. Ready to go to work now. And here you can see we have ambidextrous safety lever. So we're right or left-handed folks. I've got the same opportunity for the safety lever. And we have right-hand side slide latch, slide lock. All right, and our magazine release is also on the right-handed side, which is the left side of the gun. And that is not to be changed. You can see how the way the frame is cut here with the keyhole type slot. That means that you flip it over and you have a single hole here. You cannot flip that for left-handed people. So that's the only way it will work. Okay. And here we go. This gun holds, this is 7 rounds, looks to be, for this magazine. And even that, with 7 rounds, it's still a lot more of a handful than 15 rounds is in a 45 ACP. Alrighty. So there you go. She's ready to go to work. Let's do a quick trigger pull test on it. While I've got it here, we'll see we have the gun empty. We'll pop out our trusty trigger pull gauge. Let's see what we have with tug on the scale. And here we go with, look at that, 3.5 pounds. That is sweet. Alrighty. So there we go. That's our 2 cents as far as taking down, field stripping the Desert Eagle, and be able to put it back together and let it go to work. And give us just a minute. We're going to stop and set up and do some firing exercises and see if we can catch a couple bullets, see what it looks like.
So the first little experiment we're going to do out here is we're going to attempt to catch a 50 AE, and it's going to be basically a penetration test. Me and my friends have always used gallon milk jugs. We just fill them up with water. It's pretty standard no matter where you're at across the country. Milk juice, you'll be able to find one of these. Water density is 1. We all know that from physics class. So it's just a good baseline to test for penetration, and then you can look at other substances and go off their density about how far the penetration will be. But let's try to catch us a 50 AE. Alright, so here we go. Before we get started, go ahead and pause the video. Leave us a comment down in the comment section. How many of these gallons do you think this 50 AE is going to go through before it gets stopped? Alright, let's do this.
Alright, here we go. This is a Hornady 300 grain XTP bullet from our Desert Eagle. All right. Okay guys, next test we're going to do with our 50 caliber Desert Eagle is to what result we get when we hit it with a or hit a cinder block with it. How about that? Just to let you know where we are here, we're going to use a 45 ACP from my FNX 45 first, and this is a cement block rather than a cinder block. A little bit of difference in it. Cement block is more solid, more dense, heavier, a lot heavier than the cinder block is. So we're going to use a cement block here for our 45. Then we're going to shoot our second cement block with the 50 caliber, and then finally a regular old cinder block with a 50 caliber. And we'll kind of compare those and see how it looks. Alrighty. So that's what we're looking at now. Here we go. We'll try to anyway.
Alright, so first up, 45.
Dang. Alrighty. Let's see what the 50 caliber looks like. Oh baby. Good gracious, that's a house. Alrighty folks, you can see 45 ACP. Dang, and the projectile is actually stuck into the cement block. It didn't go all the way through. So there's what it looks like with a hollow point self-defense round stuck in the cement block. Alright. But the 50 caliber, by golly, it went right on through our cement block. Just kind of made a mess of it here. Don't know if I'll ever find the bullet for these. Uh-oh, there's a piece of something. By golly, I believe that might be the 50 caliber bullet right there. Alrighty, sure enough, that rascal's still hot too. Okay, and then on our cinder block, yeah, it didn't even start to slow down, it just kept on going, I believe. So, yep, made a mess of the cinder block for sure. Well, that's our test of the Magnum Research 50 caliber Desert Eagle. Tell you what, this is a cool gun, guys. It's maybe not the best choice in the world for concealed carry these days, but definitely if the bad guys hiding behind a wall, it's gonna have to be a pretty thick wall to hide this gun. Anyway, there you go. And again, thanks to my buddy James for letting us borrow this thing. Check us out at Maverick Gun Works. Thanks for watching.